What is good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for all the love that you have been showing. As always, feel free to drop a like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. The second thing we are going to be talking about today is we want Cody versus we want Rocky. It is a current trending topic of conversation on X and across all social media platforms. I'm also going to be talking about a potential storyline that could dictate what happens and why The Rock is even back in the first place, or at least like my opinions on it. But seeing the discourse that is going on right now on social media reminds me of Triple H and that one video.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna tweet my displeasure.
So the first thing, right? Let's break it down, this whole Rock and Roman situation. There are a good amount of fans who wanted this match. I am one of them. I want to see the match. But there's a few things that are perplexing to me, and I'm gonna break it down to you layer by layer. The first one. Most people do not know that The Rock and Roman are part of the same family, the Anoa'i family. I may have butchered how you say that, but regardless. It's also never really been mentioned in WWE that The Rock has any affiliation to the Bloodline storyline in the first place. You know, you could argue that, maybe Rock and the Elders sent in Solo, and that's ultimately what, led low-key to The Rock inserting himself in some capacity, but we'll come back to that in a moment. There's been all these seeds being planted between Solo and Roman as well, where, Roman has slowly been kind of losing his grip on the bloodline, and maybe that's where Solo will perceive it as a weakness and eventually take over. And how we get there is with The Rock coming in. You see, Cody made a great point when he said that he was looking to take everything from Roman Reigns and that he will still see him down the line. So The Rock coming in could be the first step in that. The Rock could be the person to, and this is me assuming the rumors are true, right? The Rock has been supposedly politicking his way to even win the match at WrestleMania. So let's say The Rock beats Roman Reigns. Let's play devil's advocate here. Now Roman has lost the title. He has lost to The Rock as well, which would technically mitigate his status as head of the table. So now Roman has lost damn near almost everything. Solo comes in, they have, they could potentially have their program because Solo smells blood. Solo realizes Roman is at the weakest he's ever been and he's going to take him out, right? And that's where we get the Roman Reigns babyface turn in some form or another. But the final nail on the coffin before all that could be, Cody Rhodes essentially coming in and beating him. But the argument could also be made there, well, if Roman doesn't have the title, then what is the point of Cody facing Roman? I agree. So let's rewind it a little bit. Rock is now champion. Rock is now being perceived as a heel because he, with the reaction that he somehow knows, Rock, I think, inserted himself in this situation for two reasons. One, to save the company as far as, trying to get more public publicity and good positive vibes from the Vince situation. But two, to mitigate what has been happening as far as what happened with CM Punk being injured and trying to essentially overlap and making a big marquee match. So now, Cody, I'm sorry, we have to move you to the side, but I need to step in here because we need a really big match. And let's call it what it is. I am a bigger draw. Yes, the company should be making new stars. I get that. But in this specific scenario, there's just too much going on. You have Punk injured, the Vince stuff. I need to step in. I'm on the board. You're out. I'm in. End of story, right? And we know that The Rock also has his Attitude Era writer now working for him as well, Brian. So if WWE doesn't follow suit with maybe what The Rock has in planned, idea-wise, then Brian will just come in and correct it anyway and override WWE regardless, because that was another rumor per Sports Cada, I think it was. So let's remove that aside. Why should Roman Reigns face The Rock, right? It goes back to what I said before. If Rock was never really in WWE, like in kayfabe, he was never really enunciated in that storyline. He was never really talked about because they probably were assuming he was going to do the match last year. He couldn't do it for whatever reason, so now he comes in this year. Although I want to see the match, I do think that unfortunately it is a really bad timing because it essentially like cooks Cody Rhodes, right? And a lot of people would agree with that. A lot of people are like, yeah, man, the match is cool. I just don't think it is the right time because of what it does to Cody. And that's where I'm at with it. I want to see Rock and Roman Reigns. I think the match is money. Hell, I'm down to watch it at WrestleMania. But unfortunately, man, I'm also somewhat of a supporter of Cody Rhodes, man. And I have to give the man his respect for what he's done over the last 2 to 3 years. But then that argument could be flipped as well. Well, Rock was busting his ass way back when, before, you know, there even was people going to Hollywood and WWE. Rock opened that door. And I agree. The Rock has the right to come back every once in a while and have a match if he feels like it. But not at the expense of someone who has busted their ass currently, which he should respect, and have the main event spot. So, that point aside, you know, I'm trying to address as many bullet points as I can here. Going back to why Roman and Rock should fight. Why should Roman have to prove anything to The Rock? Roman is the face of the company. Roman is the undisputed Universal Heavyweight Champion for 1,254 days and counting. Roman is the head of the table, the tribal chief. Like, he is the end-all, be-all. He is the final boss. So why should Rock fight Roman Reigns? That is what I want to hear on WWE. Do I already know the reason? Of course, it's you know, the head of the table, all that stuff, behind the scenes, right? Or, you know, because they never really mentioned it on commentary. That's what I'm saying. I am pretending to be a casual fan in this scenario. I want to know why Rock and Roman are going to fight. What makes Roman, or what makes Rock take precedence over Cody Rhodes in kayfabe, right? Not for business. Let's take all that out the window. That's what I want to know. I want them to have a promo battle. I want them to explain what is happening. Make me believe that this match makes sense more than Cody versus Roman. And yeah, on paper, it already does. I understand. I'm talking about as a fan, because I'm trying to give you guys both perspectives here so that you understand where I'm coming from in my thought process. I'm trying to separate fiction from reality here. So I want to go down fiction avenue, and I want to check into the kayfabe hotel, right? I want to know why I should check into this room, why I should sit down, and why I should order the Rock versus Roman Reigns pay-per-view. That's what I want. So that's all. I just wanted to kind of explain that. And here's another thing. When I said earlier about The Rock beating Roman Reigns, right? He could be now the heel. Roman Reigns will still be heel for now until he, you know, because they cheer him anyway. So there's no point in him turning right now. But The Rock is now his Hollywood heel-ish self. He doesn't need to go back to being Hollywood Rock per se, but he's a heel now, right? The Rock probably knew this was all going to happen, which is why he did that to Cody. Now Cody is the biggest he's ever been. Over 300,000 tweets about "We want Cody" in the United States alone. It is currently the #3 trend in the country. Now Cody Rhodes is the biggest babyface that they have had in years. People are comparing this to the Yes Movement. I don't think we're there yet. Let's slow our roll and wait for how they perceive The Rock as fans, right? They booed him in the Tennessee show yesterday. I think in Knoxville, they were in Knoxville, and he got booed when they showed him in the video package. So it's pretty clear that also the 500K dislikes on the video between Rock and Roman Reigns on YouTube, it's a pretty clear indication that The Rock is going to be perceived as a heel in this scenario. Maybe. So with that being said, I think that that'll be a very interesting build-up for The Rock and Roman Reigns as well, because Roman might be perceived to be super cheered here. And that's going to create a very enigmatic and incredibly captivating perception from the audience side of things, because the crowd makes the matches. I've always said this. The crowd makes the matches. You hear the crowd, you feel the roar, you get more excited to watch the match with every, you know, move, punch, slam, whatever the case may be. And the crowd makes it that much more like engulfing for you to be involved in it. You feel like you're in there. You feel like you're in the crowd live. You know what I mean? So I've always been a big fan of those type of crowds. That's why I love the Puerto Rico crowd. That's why WrestleMania Backlash for Puerto Rico was my favorite event of last year. That is why whenever WWE goes to the UK or they go anywhere foreign, I love it, because those crowds are incredible. You watching this video right now that are outside of the US, I love you. You are the best. I hope that you don't disappoint me when you go to Australia, when WWE goes to Australia. But with that being said, I think that's all I got for this video. I'm going to be uploading another video talking about Logan Paul and how the WWE stars are perceiving this. And I'm also going to be uploading my review of NXT, so be on the lookout for that. Thank you for watching. I hope you all have a fantastic day, and peace.